term is getting thrown around time and time again, especially over the past year or two. But what we mean when we talk about shifting security left is putting it into the hands of your development team and creating a co-owned approach to security instead of a traditional siloed one between developers and security. And historically in AppSec, there have been some hesitancies or frustrations around this approach because the typical process had been to put a gate right before you push code to production, and then security is responsible for finding any problems. And then it becomes this game of ping pong where security is sending information back to the developers, and the developers are going to go fix those issues within the code base and then send it back again to security for a review. And that process kind of goes back and forth until both parties are satisfied and it can be released. So what we're trying to do is shift that process into giving the developers the ability to do those scans earlier on and finding those issues when they're still in that build process, creating the application, fixing the issues, and then submitting it out. So I'll pause here. Are you using any vendors today for application security or vulnerability finding?
Today, we are just using the GitHub to GitHub Action to check our project, and we have the test team to test our project first. That's all.
Okay, that's really helpful. Thank you for walking me through that. So this next slide here goes into the 4 core products that make up Snyk's entire platform, as well as the tight ecosystem we have of partners that enable us to have developer-first DAST integrations with StackHawk, as well as an integration with ServiceNow, and other integrations on here that are not listed, like working with GitGuardian for the best-in-class secrets detection. So really what we're doing is providing coverage for all of the components of the modern application. So that's within your static application, security testing, open source, container, and infrastructure as code. And the primary focus on the developer as the user of Snyk is to provide a great developer experience, making it easy for developers to adopt and use us. And we were designed as a developer tool. So we're working where the developers work, making it easy not only to find the issues, but to fix them. And we do that through actionable recommendations and automating your remediation process. So an example of that is with a one-click fix pull request automation wherever it's possible. And really, it's like thousands of little details that make Snyk very frictionless and easy to use, between the user experience or the amount of information that Snyk can provide and how it's presented, as well as the ease of integration with other tools that we work with. Our platform is backed by deep security intelligence, and we have our own proprietary vulnerability database, which is a combination of public sources, contributions from the developer community, proprietary research, and machine learning, and augmented and enriched by a dedicated research team, just so we can ensure that TMA Solutions has the most complete, timely, and accurate actionable security intelligence for the solution. So, any questions on any of these products here? Yep, that's a great question. So Deep Code was a acquisition that we made a couple months ago, and it's purpose-built to help our customers develop in the quick way that they want to, and help developers fix issues with just a click. We also have a Deep Code AI search that helps AppSec teams inspect and understand your developer's code to simplify creating those custom policies and guardrails to keep your developers safe. So Deep Code AI, it lives within Snyk code, which is the static application security testing piece. Yep. Any other questions? So I am not authorized to do demos, but I can send you a YouTube video that talks about custom rules, full transparency.
Yes.
Okay, so what I'll do is as a follow-up, I'll send you an email with some resources and I will tag my engineer so that you can directly ask her questions and she can help you out. But what I will say as far as how the IAC custom rules works is it's basically an IAC to cloud custom rules engine that enables security engineers and product security teams to define security policies and enforce it across your pre-deployment and post-deployment configurations by using our policy engine. And it's really just unifying the security visibility and governance from your code in the SDLC and then to the cloud, bringing your application and cloud security teams together. And this removes those inconsistencies and the rework that's done with separate pre-deployment and post-deployment security tooling and rule sets. So my engineer is out of the office, but what I can do is connect you to someone that's more local so that it isn't in the middle of the night for you. We do have a team that's in Asia Pacific that would probably be a little bit closer to your time zone.
Oh.
Is that better for you?
Yes, that would be nice for us to contact them.
Okay, yeah, I will get in touch with them for you.
Yes.
So lastly, I want to show this slide because this shows the software development lifecycle. You mentioned you're using GitHub Actions, which is an action within CI/CD. The difference between Snyk and specifically GitHub Actions is we aren't necessarily requiring you to run those security checks in a specific part of your development workflow. We're giving you options to use us beyond CI/CD, and you can use us all the way as far as the build level here within your code that you're actually writing hands to keyboard and using that Deep Code AI to find and fix vulnerabilities as you're writing your code. You can also integrate Snyk within your source code manager, and you can continue using GitHub Actions with Snyk, but we're just giving you a little bit more flexibility in how and where you want to run your scans. Any questions on that?
So, what's the difference between your Deep Code AI and the GitHub to check the vulnerability from our code, from our dependency when we import some library into our project?
Yeah, so I would say that the biggest differences would be that we're a little bit more developer friendly and enterprise ready, meaning that when you upload or import your repository or your libraries into Snyk, we're going to automatically find and fix those vulnerabilities and give you a remediation path for how to continue fixing them, where the vulnerability came from, and give you insight into which vulnerabilities are posing the greatest risk. Whereas with GitHub Actions, my understanding is you run a scan and then you just get an output of where the vulnerabilities are, but not necessarily how to fix them. And again, when you're using GitHub Actions, you can only do that within CI/CD. Whereas with Snyk, you can use it using your SCM and the CLI in your build phase or wherever it makes sense. We have IDE plugins as well. I'll actually show you a couple of our integrations here.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now I understand this.
Great.
Right. Okay.
So I think at this point, I mean, I'm happy to share with you this slide deck so that you can review it. Oh, also, actually, I want to show you this quick before we go. So right here, I'll send you this link in the chat. This is how you can sign up for Snyk for free. This is right on our website. You can see you can sign in doing GitHub or Google. And I think by actually using Snyk yourselves, you'll be able to answer some of those questions you might have around deep code. But we have a very, very large community of developers that leverage our platform for free just for those small personal projects that you're working on. So that's my recommendation to start using us. You get a couple hundred scans for free a month. So I just put it in the chat. Let me know if you got it.
Okay, I got it. We got it.
Great. So yeah, I recommend running some scans there. I'll send you an email, so you have my email if you have any questions, and I'll be able to connect you with the team that's in Asia Pacific, who would be a closer time zone to you.
You can contact Vinh to Vinh email to let us know about the team, the tech team.
Yep, definitely. Yes. Okay, great. Do you have any more questions? Yep. So my recommendation is to sign up for Snyk using that link that I sent you. That's how you'll be able to try us out for free. No, my understanding is you can still test out infrastructure as code in the free tier. So if you have any questions on that, I'm happy to connect you with the team, but you should be able to check that out on the free version.
I don't have any question. So what about you, Vinh?
Okay, awesome. I appreciate the time. I know it's late where you are. So thank you for joining, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Yes. Yes.